Hello, it's Takami again. In my previous video about the plot, I said both a lot and a little. So, I decided to make some additional videos on specific plot topics. I really wanted to dedicate this video to the wonderful ladies of the Alliance. Because last time I only mentioned them in passing, but they are also a very important part of the Alliance. In the background, you can also watch the creation of the design for the elite women of the Alliance. Numbers. Let's start with how many women are generally part of the Alliance army. I doubt that among the numerous people who became cyborgs, there were only men and just 3 women. I suspect there are many more women in the Alliance ranks, and they are soldiers just like the males. Or perhaps, they are mostly stationed at the base or operating large machinery, to avoid exposing themselves to excessive risk. I thought about their numbers relatively recently, but it seems quite logical to me that there would be many more women than just 3, as in the original. I admit honestly, I don't know the exact plot of the original. I watched plot analysis videos, but I don't really remember much anymore, just blurry images. But I remember that not much was mentioned about women there, aside from the familiar trio. Role. As I said before, they probably spend more time at the base, either as pilots of large weapon mechs, and possibly, like in old wars, women are medics. The elite trio of female agents is different. They are not medics, they also reside at the base, but they fight on the front lines much more often than the regular ones. They don't stay in one place for long, they also have more advanced weapons, special equipment, and higher combat clearance for Alliance bases. The elite trio. Wonderful warrior ladies who have proven they are far from weak princesses but true queens. Here they are also called Queens of the Sky or Night Witches. They not only fight monsters face to face but also have access to pilot fighter jets, and each has her own. They are used in critical situations when a certain army has been surrounded or is stuck because of the creatures. That's when these beauties fly in to save their comrades. Their flights are silent, and radars don't detect them, working perfectly in critical situations. Personalization. In my previous video, I mentioned that every agent, elite or not, has their own nationality and name. The girls, naturally, are no exception. I also mentioned their names and origins, but I'll repeat it. Camera Woman is from Great Britain and her name is Amelia. She is a fair and steadfast woman, a quick analyst and strategist, wise and calm. Speaker Woman is from China and her name is Hui. The most energetic of the elite female squad, quite noisy and a choleric personality, kind, but loves to argue. TV Woman is from Korea and her name is Ha-ni. A good-natured, cheerful lady, but more restrained in battle. She has a very sharp mind, which she doesn't like to flaunt, keeping it in the shadows, suggesting ideas when the situation demands it. Charming. Since the war is global, it would be logical if all Alliance members had their own nation and name, as agents are also scattered all over the world. Weaponry. Besides fighter jets and piloting, the elite ladies also have their own weapons, and now let's look in more detail. Unfortunately, I didn't draw each lady with her specific weapon on the reference sheet, so I'll have to describe it for now. I might draw them separately later. Amelia, also known as Camera Woman, has firearms. She rarely uses cold or bladed weapons. Like in the original, she also has a blaster on her back connected to her body. But that's not enough on the battlefield, so she also has a pair of separate pistols or an assault rifle. She is an excellent marksman. She doesn't have a jetpack, she moves strictly on the ground, in warrior mode, but her agility is also very good. Hui, also known as Speaker Woman, has cold weapons. In her arsenal are 2 swords that can fold in half. The blades have serrations that allow them to hook into flesh or surfaces and literally tear them apart. Very fitting for her explosive character. She also has a jetpack, which she often forgets about. She has an arrogant character, she often forgets about everything. Ha Ni, also known as TV Woman, has both cold and projectile weapons. It's nothing supernatural because her own head is often enough to deal with monsters. Hypnosis, explosions, self-ignition, all types of her burning screen are quite effective, but if the head is separated from the body, a small pistol or a sword comes into play, one large sword that can split into two thinner ones if needed. She doesn't have a jetpack because she can teleport. Relationships. Let me state right away, there are no romantic relationships between Dark and Hui, or between Amelia and Plunger. Because they have a brother-sister relationship, nothing more. In my universe, it's like that because I only see them that way and not otherwise. Ha Ni, also known as TV Woman, will be in a romantic relationship with Simp Cameraman. Yes, he made it. Regarding Hui and Amelia, I'm still thinking, so I can't say for sure yet. Since Dark is already taken and his fate is tied to Lorraine. Perhaps Hui will be a love interest for Plunger, but for now, that's just a guess. If you have your own assumptions, write them in the comments. It seems I've told you everything about the ladies. Maybe I missed something, but I tried to be as thorough and complete as possible. I hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting to listen about, and if you have anything you're curious about, you also know where you can write your questions and guesses, which I might answer in the next video. All the best to you, until next time.